Well, good evening and welcome back, Delmarva. As you saw at the beginning of the show, Eric, I was out there today, so hot. I interviewed
and humid.
And humid. Yeah, that's what makes it so hot, right? And I spoke to several residents in Salisbury, some of which actually like the heat. I mean, I guess that's few and far in between because most people, it's hard to even be outside right now.
Yeah, well, listen, there's an audience. There's a piece of weather for every group of people. Some people like the heat and humidity. I don't. And luckily for people like me, a slight relief on Sunday, but not all that much. We're talking about temperatures closer to 90. Humidity will still be in place for the next several days, but we're talking about temperatures dropping to around that 90-degree mark over the coming days, so still hot, but more typical heat. We also have a chance for thunderstorms pretty much every day for the next few days to come, going into next week as well. Spotty in nature, with some days featuring a higher chance than others. We'll get to that in just a bit. I want to give a quick update on Beryl. It's a tropical storm right now, but it's expected to strengthen into a Category 1, maybe a low-end Category 2 hurricane potentially into Sunday, going into Monday, with areas like Houston, Austin need to be on guard for potentially a pretty dangerous hurricane with flooding, rains, storm surge that could be life-threatening, and damaging winds. Now, the remnant moisture from this will be turning towards the northeast. We could potentially be getting to some of that remnant moisture by the end of next week, which will give us a pretty substantial chance for scattered thunderstorms by the looks of it by the end of next week. Now, we did have an isolated downpour in Sussex County. Areas like Lewis, Delaware, and Rehoboth Beach got a pretty hefty downpour. You can see it kind of got reinvigorated by that sea breeze pulling on through. And the rainfall estimated totals from our radar show that at about 1 to 2 inches possible, dropped in just a matter of a few hours, perhaps half an inch as well. So a lot of rain in a short amount of time. Could have been some localized ponding on the roadways from that downpour. Other than that, we're pretty much quiet, but this cool front out towards the west will be slicing through the peninsula tonight and tomorrow, giving us a better chance once again for some downpours and thunderstorms. Of course, the downpour cleared out at Rehoboth Beach on the Morse Roofing and Siding Skycam, so it's a pretty sunny scene out there. Temperatures are dropping through the 90s. It's still in the lower to mid 90s for interior locations, but it is a lot cooler along the coastline in the 80s. But it is still humid out there with dew points into the 70s. It's feeling sticky out there. Weather watchers are calling in. We got 94 degrees with Nina in Sandtown, Delaware, Connie in Greenwood, 93 degrees, 89 degrees with Chucky and Lewis, 89, Joe in Bishopville, Curtis and Mary Nocia Pines, 85 degrees, and Clay and Princess Anne reporting 94 degrees. Now, the thunderstorm threat is going to be isolated in nature going Monday into Tuesday, but as I said, the remnant tropical moisture from Beryl could make it toward our area, so we're expecting an increase in coverage possibly with thunderstorms by the end of this upcoming week. The storms for tonight could potentially produce some localized heavy rainfall, so we will have to watch for some localized ponding and potentially some instances of flash flooding. You'll see that tonight there is a potential for some downpours, a couple of thunderstorms. Going into tomorrow, there's a chance for a downpour or thunderstorm during the afternoon as well. And same thing with Monday as well, as humidity still stick with us. We have plenty of moisture to work with for downpours and thunderstorms on daily chances. Tonight, muggy and warm, 73 to 78 degrees with a slight chance for a thunderstorm. Tomorrow afternoon as well, a chance for a few thunderstorms, 88 to 93 degrees. Slight chance for storms Monday into Tuesday, but going into the end of this upcoming week, temperatures a little bit cooler, upper 80s, but we still have the daily chance for a pop-up thunderstorm or two. Rob?